Well, another blessed morning is starting. There comes the sun. It was dreary and rainy all day, or kind of gloomy like all day yesterday, but you can see evidence of the sun right there. Midnight, my buck over here, he ain't very happy with me. He thought he's gonna get some this morning, and Miss Snowball down here, the one with the gray nose and ears, she was supposed to have babies, and she's not quite a half week overdue, so I cannot feel babies in there. I guess that was a failed attempt. Are you good? Are you any good? You gonna reproduce for me? I don't know, mister. She didn't want you this morning, so that's that. Anyway, I'm gonna start trying to rebreed my does that didn't have. This big gray doe here, Misty, she was supposed to have some yesterday, so I'm not sure she's having any. The one just hopped there, Sassy, she was supposed to have with same day as Snowball. Ain't been seeing anything, and I know Snowball's had, she was actually pregnant when I bought her and I didn't know it, and had a surprise litter, lost it. And then I moved them to the one little Shandy, and one of them, it was only Snowball and Sassy over there that were in there, and one of them come up with another litter, and we still haven't been able to tell who had the litter. But this little white one and the two little spotted ones here and the little black one there were some of the litter. They were 4 does, and then there was 3 buck outside that were involved with that litter. Now I don't know if it was the black and white Sassy, like those two together could be mom and daughter, but it could also be Snowballs. I don't know. I'm guessing it was Sassy's, but I don't know. But anyway, so Snowball had a litter, and one of them had the second. She had a second litter, or it was out of Sassy. Pretty sure they're breedable. I just don't know. It's what you get when you buy at an auction. You don't know the age of the buck. Is he being sold because he wasn't reproductive? I believe this one was young, because he grew quite a bit for me. He came in the same batch as Misty, that little gray, or big gray one there, and Sapphire, that gray and white one right there, were in the same kind of box, I think. And then there was one more buck that came at the same date as those. So I think, those grew up some. I think those were young. Midnight, I don't know. It's hard to tell sometimes in these auctions when they're that close full grown. They could be young and just starting. They could have been a unreproductive rabbit, so don't know. What? What's with the fellas this morning? I said, hurry up and get us some food. We ready. I gotta find my bucket for water. Give me some water in here. Get these rabbits done. These boys, I'm gonna have to move them. And my camera doesn't want to stand, so I'm gonna have to move these guys. Maybe I'll leave them there for the day and let them eat some of that grass. They'll reach down in there and really pull it up. Now, need just a little bit more water for the other does, or the does. That was my little buck pen. Man, that rain just really cooled stuff off. Yes, you're next. You guys are next. Hold on. Asked me about feeding them out here. Eventually this summer I want to get a little bit more roof. Maybe out that way a little bit more, and possibly this way, or either roof this way or put some metal there down from the roof like a little partial wall, because I can't really hang that feeder there that it's not in the rain when it rains. So I guess that feeder's dry in here. Sometimes it rains, it just gets that thing all wet, that hanging feeder in there. But yeah, from where that thing's hanging, edge of the roof there, I may have to either extend a little roof out somehow, or I don't know, maybe just put a little partial wall from the roof down to where it doesn't rain in my feed. I'm not sure yet. We'll see how it happens. But for now, I'm going to put some out here in the ground for them, and then some in that feeder. They're not normally up here sitting and waiting for a feed, so I guess in all that rain we didn't feed them a whole lot in the feeder, so there. They said you misfed us or didn't feed us enough. Y'all will survive. Pick worms and bugs. Now I'm wondering where my other guinea is. I got two more. No, where? Oh, I'm blind. They're right here. I was kind of starting to get concerned. I heard a guinea way down there, other end of the pasture, and yesterday there was one out, or the other night. One night recently there was one outside the fence. I didn't know if it had come back in or not. Anyway. Now, go do that last pen over there. Get a little bit of water for them and we'll be done. Y'all waiting, ain't you? I'm coming. Well, that sun is sure a welcome sight. Whew. It's cold for almost being May. My fingertips are cold. You got more grass than you did for a while. But like I say, we weren't overfeeding purposely because of the rain. I'm slowly getting filled up where I need to be as far as more roof space and all that. So these puppies are hungry this morning. Come on. Yes, sir. Come on. Come on in here. Come on. Bro, get in here. Get in there and enjoy yourself. Come on, Gray Apple. Yeah, you gotta get out of that. Gotta get out of this time to get the other one. Let's go, little girl. Go on. Go on. There you go. Well, that's that. No eggs so far this morning, but sure they were waiting on their feed. They gotta have that feed. See, they were all around my feet to get that feed. Now they got their balance. Now they're going out in the grass again. Got what they wanted. Ain't that amazing? They know what they want. They sure enough know when they want it too. But yeah, kind of wild how all nature was created. Just because they can't think exactly what like we can, or speak it out, they do know what they want and need. put a little straw in there to soak up some of my mud where there ain't no roof. Just pours rain in there and it's not draining the best. It'll dry off today though. Now I need to add a little bit more dirt here, I believe, and start to get this thing planted, although look at this. I'm not sure, but may just be a weed. Thought it looked like a potato. I think here's some squash or cucumber stuff here. Looks like they got a row of something there. I'm not sure what you put in there. But I'm gonna go check on. I know where she planted some watermelon. There's our lettuce. There's a pepper, eggplant, and then there's some flower seeds here in the end. This one's still got to be worked with. There's watermelon. There's two. The bigger one, and then there's a real small one right there. Pretty awesome stuff. That's not my plan here. Let's just stand upright. There you go. And over here, there's tomatoes, flower seeds in there, two more tomatoes, some type of parsley, 2 rows, and then peppers, and then whatever else we put in here between the parsley and the peppers there. Doesn't that look neat and collected with the raised gardens like that? I mean, it's not new material or really snazzy looking, but does the job she wants. So we'll still use this end of the garden. I gotta get these gates and stuff out of here, but we'll still use this end of the garden, and maybe later this year or next year we'll plant or make some more beds there. But man, these onions and taters are really popping. That's just in the last couple of days. That is amazing. So here's another bed. Y'all just excuse all the junk. I've been home for a while, so it is actually getting to look a lot better. I still have some pallets and stuff laying around, but as I can keep building and getting rid of things and then getting things like this inside buildings as I can. But yeah, there was a compost box here. It's in some of the previous videos. Compost box here, and there's been a wet spot here for a long time. I think there may be like an old drain line from the sewer or something maybe in here. But for whatever reason, it's wet there, so I made this compost box, right here where it was really wet. But now I still want to compost, but while it's composting the bottom, I want the top to be growing something. And by the looks of things, I may have to actually extend out here to cover more of this wet, because it just literally, absolutely stays wet. And it's hard, really hard to mow and maintain this spot right here, but it can be to our advantage if we just put something here and plant across it, you know. This bed isn't that wide that you can't stand one side and reach the other. And if I put an L in here, you can sit right here in the L and take care of most of this garden. And that raised garden space there is just I don't know if we're going to be using it anytime soon again or not. It's really just overgrown. I may have to do something there, I'm not sure. Didn't plant nothing in it last year, but somehow I think it should be cultivated or maybe took away and done something with here. There's my elderberries coming up. I wanted to kind of contain them because, I mean, this whole area just got run over by them, and I don't care. But they don't produce real nicely if they're so overgrown. So we were thinking about maybe doing some other starts, berries and stuff, but there is a line that runs through here somewhere. So you can't really dig in that and do it in that fashion. So we need to, if we put some here, we'll probably just, you know, put another bed here or put another little elderberry containment pen or something and contain some more. I don't know. Anyway, man, the sun is coming up. It was just cloudy and rainy all day yesterday. Still got this box going. I have an idea for this area. Take that compost and put it underneath another type of a raised garden, but I'm thinking more of a I don't know, 6 to 10 feet long, square, oblong something. And once I get a vision and get the lumber, won't be as much of a raised bed as a tier raised, like a couple tiers on top of each other, and then I don't know, strawberries and flowers or whatever she wants to put in it. Shine the place up, make compost, grow things at the same time, and it'll just take some of my grass away. Don't have to mow. Sun is coming up and it's feeling better. It's not as cold, but yeah, there's a cooling off front that came through. Cooled her down pretty good. Really need to clean up here, but like I said, a lot of this stuff, it'll be organized. The more roof I get around here to actually organize it, and we're not sure if we want to redo this greenhouse or just take it down and have a few smaller ones. Either way, look at this. Ain't that the most beautiful thing you ever seen? It's awesome. The color. But also some of these containers will probably get reused for growing stuff. Growing something. Ooh, the roses are coming out. Look at this. They are absolutely coming out. We pruned those back too, and they have really shot up. Wow. Those were full bloom, but they need sun to pop up again. I think roses are kind of like fruit trees. The more vine you let come through, the least the flowers grow healthy and shining, but at least they're blooming good. Probably need to reprune it once we let it bloom all the way through. Oh, here's the other flowers. They laid down for some of the rain heaviness, but the beauty, the absolute sheer beauty of it. Look at that. Ain't that awesome? Tell me all that just evolved without a creator. Nah. I'm not into all that. I believe there's a creator. Really do believe there's a creator. The loveliness of all colors. It's just amazing. But y'all, I'm gonna go on and about my day and see what we got planned for today. I don't think all of us are going to church today. We got one of my daughters not feeling so well. She was having bellyache pains and different things going on last night, headache. So I don't think we're all going to church today, but we'll have we'll have things going on here at home. So I hope y'all have a blessed rest of the day.